The problem is we never know when it's going to
Start?
connect or not.
Yeah.
So
Is it started?
I think it probably is.
Oh, I can do that again.
Methinks it probably is.
Thinks it starts. Yar.
Yo ho,
Yeah,
yo
I got
ho.
it.
Okay.
Okay. Hello, I am Miriam, co-founder and COO of Keto Chow.
I'm Chris, also a co-founder, president, and the technical guy. And today, I put the lav mics on us.
Yeah,
so
mine's
that
a little low.
you should put it on your shirt.
It.
I mean, on your jacket. When we did this last time, I put the camera closer to Miriam, not realizing that put the microphone closer to me.
Sorry.
Which meant that nobody could hear Miriam and they could only hear me when it should be the other way around. Anyway, we're doing the lav mics today.
And I'm going to shout into my chest.
I do that all the time.
Gross.
Anyway, if you're brand new to Keto Chow, it's a nutritionally complete meal designed to make doing keto easy. We also have some electrolyte supplements that are amazing for everyday use and for keeping the dreaded keto flu away.
It was a weird. I was
going to say some other stuff, and then I'm like, nah.
And I'm done. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the little bell icon for daily updates on all our Keto Chow happenings. These live streams help us be accountable and stay on track. Thanks so much for joining us on our keto journey.
Welcome.
Hello.
Line 2.
Hi.
2.
And
line.
homestarrunner.com.
Homestarrunner.com. Something.com. Anyway.
Something.com.
Yeah, so had a good sleep last night. Joe and Rachel are still going.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
But we had to check out of the house that we rented at 11.
Yep.
So we actually drove over to Joe and Rachel's house. So we're right by their house, which is hilarious because they're still going and we're going. So there's 2 live streams in the same thing going on right next to each other. So anyway.
We need to sneak over and see those little owls.
Yeah, there's an area that's cordoned off. Let's see. There's like little ropes that are telling you can't go over here because that's where the burrowing owls live. And our daughter...
I don't know if we're going to be able to see them. She's obsessed with owls.
Well, she likes owls, though.
They're so cute.
We watched the pitch meeting for Hawkeye last night.
You should watch it. First watch Hawkeye.
Yeah, first watch Hawkeye.
Then watch the pitch meeting because it'll be a spoiler.
There is a thing about owls, and they talk about it in the pitch meeting, and they're like, wait a minute, that's the most terrifying thing I've ever heard.
That's the most terrifying thing ever.
Anyway.
But it's kind of funny, right?
You want to see who's on? Looks like Dennis is here.
Dennis is here. It says, good morning. Joe and Rachel are still going.
Yes, they are.
Debbie's here. Hi, Chris and Miriam. Lynette's here. Hi, I miss you. Patty's here. Carrie Brown. Oh, hi.
She was just texting you.
I know. I said, be right back. Fanny's here. Keto Chow said that will be a great thumbnail. Oh, yeah, my mouth.
Must be John.
Kathy says, happy Monday. Debbie says she saw me. Sonia says, good morning, Chow Hounds. Teresa says, hello. Good morning, Chris and Miriam.
Hi.
Betsy's here. Shauna's here. Brenda says, love your hair today. Oh, thank you. It's actually not as big as it usually is in Florida because it's still a little bit wet, but I think it'll probably be wet for the rest of my life because of the humidity.
Which apparently it's not very humid here
in
because
January.
This time of year.
Oh,
this is a great time of year to come.
In case you've never been here before, the bugs are still out in January. Like,
yes, they are.
I got a few bites. And I'm not used to getting bug bites in January.
No, there are no insects in Utah, except, a couple in the house, like spiders and stuff.
Yeah, and like rodents and stuff die. The ground freezes and everything just dies. And so in the spring you'll get them starting to come back, but you only have to do like bug abatement or whatever once a year.
Or something.
Spring. Is that the right word?
Yep.
Holly says, I miss you, my friend. Oh, I miss you too. Rickwin's here.
Hey, Rickwin.
MJ is here. Rhonda's here. Good morning. Good morning, Bears and Chow fam.
Rhonda got a lot of comments read on Keto on the Couch today.
Yeah. Oh, Red Wine's here. Hello from Manchester, Tennessee.
What?
So, Red Wine, is that your picture? That's a giant beard. I'm impressed.
It's very gray streaky. I guess mine would be
it's
if I let mine grow up.
It's just a little bit.
Yeah, mine would probably be the same.
You have actually a lot of gray right here.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm modeled.
It's cute. I love it.
Randy's on.
Oh, Rhonda says she's on
and
both streams.
Strong.
Joanne's here. Good morning, everyone. Have a great day.
We actually had a lot of fun watching Keto on the Couch today. Let's see. When it started, I was finishing up cooking. We had cooked 3 pounds of bacon our first day here. And then we've just been pulling from the leftovers. It's been great. Yeah. And then Miriam wanted some sausage, so we got some ground sausage. I made it into little patties.
And then it was too spicy for me, so I didn't even like it. But whatever.
And we had eggs, and it was a good breakfast.
Yeah, I am full. I think it's going to sustain me for the day.
Yep.
So that's nice. Karen says good morning. Randy says good morning. Let's see here. I watched the whole Hawkeye season. Loved it. Okay, so Shauna's ready to watch the
pitch meeting.
Yes. Because it's funny.
MJ's
Becky's
calling
here.
Rhonda grandma.
We didn't get to see you, Becky. Rhiannon's here. Hi, friends. No phones today, so I get to be here live. Wow.
Nice.
Yes.
We did just drive up Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard.
Oh, yes. Becky says, are you in the neighborhood? Stop by my house.
I don't know where you
You'll
live.
have to message me your address. Hey, you're out of frame.
I like being out of frame.
I hate that. It's so annoying. Get your face in here.
I'm half in the frame.
Stop it. Blue Dove's here. Good morning, Chow Hans. Did we ever get a donation total? Oh, we're going to go home
Not
and
yet.
calculate it.
We had to leave.
We got too busy.
And, well, it's kind of funny. Even though we know that Rachel, that's her name, is sick, we have a bunch of stuff that we need to give to Joe and Rachel. We brought a bunch of Keto Chow with us because we were just going around to the conference and enjoying the presentations. And then people would ask, like, do you have a business card? I'm like, I did not bring any business cards.
I had to.
Here's some Keto Chow.
Business cards. We're the worst.
But with the idea that when it was all done, we would just give everything that we still had to Joe and Rachel.
So we have a little bit, and then we actually borrowed some jackets. So we're just going to leave them on the porch and blow kisses from the car. And
we had a good amount of food. We have about 10 eggs left over.
Yeah, so we're going to leave those with them.
Yeah,
too.
we're going to give a bunch of stuff to Joe and Rachel.
Because we don't need to take eggs on the airplane.
No, we don't need to take eggs on the airplane.
If they're boiled, I would take them because boiled is my favorite.
Okay.
Matreya says, sorry the crazy off topic, but have you found a service that lets you live stream the 2 YouTube channels at once, or is it only one host channel afterwards? Just add to playlist for replay.
So, there's a program called Restream, which is what we're using right now to stream from my phone. Restream allows you to target, completely off topic, but it does allow you to target multiple YouTube streams, multiple Facebook streams, as well as Twitch and a couple of other places. You can't stream to Instagram and other stuff at the same time, but you can use it to stream to Instagram. And if you have guests come on, it allows them to hook their YouTube and Facebook channels up as a temporary thing. So they just log in and it can target them as well. It's really cool. It is a paid service once you get into the cooler features, but we're actually getting it half off because I upgraded us on Black Friday 2 years ago.
Got the sale. Cool.
Anyway, that's what we use.
In case you want to hear about boring stuff.
Boring stuff.
Nancy here says, good morning, Chris and Miriam.
Yeah, Restream.
Sarah's here. Good morning, Bear family and Chow Hounds. MJ says, glad you two got this winter getaway. You look so well rested. Oh, yeah, I feel good, too. I hope the sun comes out a little bit more.
The problem was they were starting the days at the conference pretty early.
Yeah, we're still tired.
Like they would start things at 7:30 a.m., which for us is 5:30 a.m.
It was 8 o'clock.
They would open the doors and get people would start sitting down at 7:30.
But the thing was, the dinners at the conference were 7:30 at night, and I appreciate that they had dinners. That was great, and we were able to talk to people and stuff too.
Yeah.
But I have a hard time eating that late.
Yep.
So then it was hard to go to sleep. Plus, our kids had some drama. Did we tell you about that?
No, we don't need
to tell you about our drama kids. They just had some problems communicating with each other and on like pickups and stuff. So they were like calling us at what time? It was like 6 at night there. So it was 8
we didn't get to
at
bed
our
until
time.
after midnight.
Yeah. But
Everything
it
was
wasn't even
resolved by 10 p.m.
Yeah, it wasn't even that late. At 10 p.m. our time.
10 p.m. their time.
Yeah, but not 10 p.m. Florida time.
I don't know. All I know is that we went to bed after midnight. Midnight, Florida time.
It was fine. All our kids are fine, and they're not mad at each other anymore, so that's good.
No, some of them are mad at me, which I'm okay with.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'll take it.
Carrie says, need to get the heroes done. Love you, bye. Safe travels.
Okay.
Andrew's here. Good morning.
Amy says, hi, guys.
Hi, Amy. Let's see. J-Dog's here. Heather's here.
Welcome. Sounds like Joe and Rachel must have finished up. It doesn't look like Joe's running over here to throw stuff at us. So.
Oh, that's okay. Rhonda's here. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, she's talking to somebody else. Red Wine says, yes, it's my pick. First beard I've ever grew. Almost a year in. Oh, that's a year beard? That's crazy. That's amazing beard. Usually we can't see it that close, so I'm on my phone so I can see it. I have racing stripes on my beard. Yeah, that's so awesome.
They make you go faster.
Chris has never had a beard like that.
I've gotten about that long like before, and it was driving me nuts.
Yeah. Well, and it's funny. We actually, one of the, somebody said there was a signal, like if you had low beard growth, then your insulin was high
that can be
like
a mark
I'd
of insulin.
I'd never heard that before, so that was interesting.
But high insulin and low testosterone.
But I think blondes tend to not grow beards as well anyway.
Well, they're just harder to see.
Anyway. They're harder to see. But
once you get like 6 inches long, it doesn't matter what color they are.
Because like my one brother with the dark hair, he can grow a beard like way fast.
Okay.
But I don't know. Yeah, maybe because it's just harder to see.
Gina's here. And so is Hoofing It.
Yeah, how are you?
Howdy,
good morning, lovely couple and Casey Hounds. So sorry you all can't visit with Joe and Rachel, but happy to see you both.
The consolation prize is we did spend 2 days with them.
We did already get to visit them, so we're okay. Yeah. Oh, Becky says she's around the corner, so we could, we're probably by your house. We're not quite in the right place. Oh, I think that's the owls. Look, they're giant wings.
I don't think that's the owls.
Oh, maybe it's not. Maybe
those are other birds.
Waiting for the owls to die.
Owls wouldn't be out and about this time
You're
of
right,
day.
You're right.
Those are more likely hawks.
I'm crazy. Maya says, better late than missing you again. Yay.
There you go.
Jamie's here. Danita's here. Randy's here. I'll DM you, Becky says. Maya's telling Randy good morning. Kat says, better here. Older Pennsylvania says, good morning all. Rachel Bartley, hi. Chris and Miriam and everyone.
Howdy.
Carrie's here. Lady Smith is here. Barbara is here. Good morning. Have you had good success with weight loss? Yes, we have. Keto's been very successful, but you can also gain weight on keto, so that's something.
Yes, you can. Too many keto treats is the easiest way to do it.
Too many keto treats.
Yep.
Trying to kill us.
Carrie's on. Hi, Carrie.
Oh, yeah.
What does Deanna says?
Deanna says, good morning. Ordered me some Keto Chow magnesium last night.
Awesome.
Yes. We always have to have more magnesium when we're traveling.
Yeah.
And it hasn't actually been that bad this time. But we have had magnesium the whole time. And my real salts are empty.
We used up 3
so
real salts.
Regular table salt.
But that means we get to fill them up with the smoked salt.
Yeah. So, Older Pennsylvania said, just made cakeys using chocolate peanut butter after making gingerbread cookies using Ketogenic Woman's recipe.
Nice.
I had to bake them twice as long, though. Oh, well, that's good.
Interesting.
Good to know. Yeah, thank
you.
As
opposed to cookies.
Yeah, sounds good. Betsy says, you guys are never boring. I even like nerd.
Yay.
Fran is here. Good morning from Ohio. 12 inches of snow.
Ooh.
I'll go step on the ground for you, outside. There's grass. There's grass out there, and it's green.
I don't know that you would consider that grass.
It looks like
there's
grass.
There's plants.
Yeah, there's plants outside. Chris Jones is here. Sherry's here.
Wait,
Sabrina's here.
That Chris Jones.
Chris Jones.
Chris with 2 S's.
Chris is...
I knew a Chris Jones in high school, so I'm like, wait.
No.
What's he doing here?
Mama Chris.
What does Sabrina say?
Good morning, you two. I'm sure you're tired, but hopefully that's good tired. It is.
My problem is I woke up at like 6 this morning. We had no wake-up time.
That's always what you do. You always wake up early when it's a sleep-in day.
Like yesterday, my alarm woke me up at 6. Today, I just woke up at 6.
Yeah, that's what your body does. It likes to do that.
It's like, hi.
Heidi Sarah says, good morning to you both. Safe travels. Thank you, Heidi.
Yep.
Oh, and Joe's here. We actually got to hang out with Joe quite a bit. I feel that we didn't really get a really good conversation with him, but we got to say hi a lot.
Yep. He was standing by us a lot.
Yeah,
it was pretty funny.
It was awesome.
Not Joe Too Crazy Keo's Joe, but Joe Huaski.
Yes.
Husaski.
How do you say that? We should
I
have
don't
asked
know.
you
That's
in
a
person.
good question, actually.
Joe H. Rachel says, please thumbs up. Thank you. Amanda says, good morning. Janet says, I didn't know y'all had a channel. I just subscribed. Oh, thank you.
We do indeed.
Are you Janet, my friend that I just saw this week with the awesome clothes? This lady, Janet, is so freaking cute.
Okay.
She has the cutest outfits every day. I'm so impressed. Janice is here. I finally got a Ninja Creamy. I made your Keto Chow ice cream last night. It was awesome. Ooh, that sounds good. We have not had Keto Chow since last week.
It's been a week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we did bring Keto Chow. We just didn't make any.
Yeah.
We didn't even bring blender bottles to make some.
Nope.
But we just had meat pretty much, like the whole time. Do we have any vegetables? Oh,
I had some
the dinner at the.
Yeah, I had some broccoli at the dinner, and a couple hours when I farted, I was like, "Yep, I had broccoli."
Thank you for sharing that information with us all. Oh, Carrie says, "How can the beard drive you nuts without the steering wheel?"
Well, you see, a pirate goes into a bar, and the bartender's like, "Hey, what's up with the captain's wheel on your belt buckle?" And the pirate says, "Yar, 'tis driving me nuts."
What the? Oh my god. Oh, Dorothy says she wants a Ninja Creamy.
They're good. They're nice to have.
Deidre's here, says good morning. Hi, Deidre.
Howdy.
Oops, the owls are in the ground. They burrow. Oh, so we probably won't be able to see them. Sad.
Joe said he wouldn't be sad if we took some home, though.
Our owls are usually the short burrowing type. Yeah, that's what Joe just said. Chris didn't laugh at any of my jokes.
I'm not seeing
probably
your
because
jokes,
I'm not reading all of them. I'm skipping a few comments. Deidre says, how rigid is the expiration date on the Keto Chow? I have some packets from October 2021.
It's not an expiration date. It's a best buy date. And I routinely consume Keto Chow that is past the best buy date, because that's just when you're going to, no matter what, get 100% of the vitamin values that are on the package. And that's as long as we made it according to spec and didn't accidentally put too much in. So I don't sweat it at all. If you're not eating Keto Chow 3 times a day for months at a time, you don't my personal feeling as a consumer of Keto Chow is you don't need to worry about it. So there you go. We actually have an FAQ about that.
Okay. So. Thank you. Hoofinit says, I love owls. Yeah, they're so cute. J-Dog says, I saw Indigo Neely last night on YouTube. She got a KitchenAid mixer making more PTSD bread.
PSMF, right. Yeah.
I think he said that on purpose.
Yeah.
Make some cool keto buns. I need to go back and try it again. Yeah, I need to too. Carrie says, I have my Dalmatians to be in a better spot in life.
Okay.
Betsy asked, was Dr. Berry at the conference? Yes.
Yes, he was.
He was actually the keynote speaker.
Yeah, one of the first.
He did awesome, as usual. Let's see. Amy says, does the time change bother you when you travel / work? A little bit. It depends on what. It's
hard waking up in the Eastern time zone. Because it's 2 hours earlier than it should be.
Oh, yes. I think that's the thing.
So we went to Universal Studios the first day we were here, and we had to drive 3 hours with Joe and Rachel, which meant that we had to get to their house at 5, which meant that
it was really
we were actually waking up at 3 a.m. Mountain
But
time.
we've acclimated now, so it's going to be hard to fall asleep when we get home when it's
maybe
Yeah, well, we're tired. We're tired enough. We're probably
tired.
going to. I'm not as tired as I would be if we had actually vended at the show.
That's true.
Because
it was really nice just to enjoy it.
It's a lot harder to stand up for that many hours. And, yeah, this time we were sitting the whole time. So my legs are actually a little bit swollen from sitting. So my legs can swell from standing or sitting. But walking is fine. So the whole time we were walking at Universal Studios, my legs were muscle hurting, but they weren't swollen. So that was nice. But we're gonna actually go over to the beach for a minute because we have a couple hours before we have to be to our
flight.
Yeah. Let's see here. Thanks. Oh, Cheryl, happy good morning. It's been busy. My first live in a while. Cheryl, thank you for coming. We've missed you. I'm glad you're doing good.
By the way, Dr. Barry will be at Keto Salt Lake as well.
Yes, he
We
will
don't know if Nisha will be there because she's going to be pregnant at the time.
I think so.
We're going to have to see.
Yep, we will. But we'll find out for sure.
But she wasn't able to come last time because she was pregnant.
Well, maybe that's why we do Keto Salt Lake, so they can have a baby. Just kidding.
If Ken figures this out, he's going to tell us that we can't do it anymore.
We did get to meet some new people. What was the cardiologist's name?
Which one?
The Ovada or something?
Oh, Avada or Aveda.
Yeah. Really nice guy. It always
I got
just
his
makes
book.
me it makes me so happy to meet a cardiologist who's into the keto lifestyle because everybody's so afraid of having heart attacks. So it's just so nice to have one more cardiologist on our team. So we've got Brett Scher, we've got Nadir Ali, we've got, what's his first name?
I don't know.
I thought you'd remember.
I would look it up, but my phone is right there.
Anyway, he has a book that's called Stay Off My Operating Table, and Chris won it, so he's going to be reading that, and I'll probably read some of it too, or ask him to read it to me because I like his voice.
Oh, Janet is here from Tennessee.
Oh, yay. Hi, Janet. I found you all from Two Crazy Ketos. Just found them too to freshen, change, and lots of good tips. Yeah. Jeannie's here. It's so funny to me. I can listen to you guys say Deidre's on, Amazon's on, and Amanda's on, and hi to so-and-so, and I love it. I love all that, but I listen to all the other influencers do it, and I'm like, get to the serious talk. I know.
Well, we don't do a lot of serious talk.
Yeah, we mostly just do silly stuff.
Carrie liked my joke.
Yeah. So, wait, can we say something serious? Is there something we learned from the conference that we could just say real quick?
Yeah, do you want to catch up on comments first? Or
Okay,
do you
sure,
want to do that?
Yeah. Radical Geek says PTSD bread.
Right.
No. I'm going to try Keto Upgrades version, but so far my favorite has been add in 2 tablespoons butter powder, 1 tablespoon whole egg powder, 1 tablespoon yolk powder. You know what I'm going to do when we get home? I'm going to try to make mayo with the powdered egg whites because I don't know if it would work.
You mean powdered whole egg yolk?
Whatever.
Yeah.
Powdered
That'd be interesting.
egg something because I don't know if it would work, and I don't have a lot of experience cooking. I just do whatever I want, and I'm like, if I waste it, it doesn't bother me that much. But I want to try because I've been trying to do better with the homemade sauces and dressings and stuff because my legs have so many problems with inflammation and just swelling, and so I thought, oh, maybe this is the last thing that I just need to kick off because we don't do a ton. I just don't do a ton of dressings anyway, but when I do, it's like the store stuff, and I just don't care that much because I'm like being lazy or whatever.
Okay.
But I'm stepping it up. I know I've been saying that for a long time, but I am. I've been doing it like even before we left. So, and I think part of the problem is I don't want to make it if I'm the only one who's going to eat it because I don't want it to go to waste. But then I decided I would just make a serving like what the recipe calls for, not what my family's going to need, and then they'll probably help me finish it. So that's nice. Oh, I have no earrings on.
No earrings.
That's so weird.
Well, you're going to be putting on headphones, so.
That's why I didn't put them on. It just feels so weird. It's like being naked. No earrings?
Oh, Janet uses Keto Chow electrolyte drops.
Yay! Nice. That's awesome. Carrie said, when I worked in retail, I always hated those dates on packages. Yeah. Dennis says, too bad the Ninja Creamy doesn't go mobile. I'm consolidating my Keto Chow kitchen locations from 3 to 1. My room power breakers can become a problem. That blade paddle is held mechanically. Wow.
Magnetically, yeah.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I didn't read correctly.
It's okay.
Radical Geek says, I like the egg bread buns dipped in broth. I like that too.
Just because the time change is the bane of my existence.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Rhonda says, need to check the time frame. It looks like I need to get a monthly subscription for egg white protein. Only have enough for 4 more loaves. Wow, that's crazy. You went through that fast. I don't think we've even been through a bag yet. But we've only made like 4 loaves total, right? We've done some, and we did do the drop biscuits, and they actually turned out really good. So we want to play with that a little bit more. Danita says, I had a dream a few weeks ago that an owl was my spirit animal. I think it was a snowy owl. It could have been because I had just watched Harry Potter. I could totally see that. Which Harry Potter Land was so cool.
It was cool.
I wish we could have stayed longer.
It was very crowded there and not much else.
Yeah, it was funny, yeah. But I think the rides were really fun, and I'm so proud of myself. I did all those roller coasters. I've never done so many roller coasters, and I didn't really feel sick. But, I know myself, and I knew if we'd eaten beforehand, I would felt sick.
Okay.
So I know if I'm fasting, I'll do better. And so I really appreciate that about, keto, just these little things that I've learned about myself that help me to be more successful. So way to go. So the fasting helped.
Okay.
What were you going to say?
I said, way to go, Idaho.
Way to go, Idaho. Kimberly says, enjoy the beach. It's windy over there today. You should actually see some waves and maybe some surfers.
Nice.
Oh, I have a jacket. So if it's windy,
I have my old
I won't
man
be
hat.
cold. I actually don't see how we could ever be cold here because we were in this torrent of rain. It was actually raining inside of Five Guys yesterday.
They had a leak in their roof.
Because it was leaky roof. I'm like, what? I've never seen so much
was
water come
really
inside
funny,
a building
actually.
that wasn't like that. It was interesting. So it was really funny to us. But it was just this huge, because there was a tornado warning. And so there's this huge wind blowing through and all the trees were flapping and the rain just came out of the sky.
Down.
It was really entertaining. And we were looking out the window and we're like, how are we going to get through that? But Chris kindly went and got the car.
Okay.
Siobhan and I went in real fast. But it wasn't cold then either, when it was windy and rainy. So that was cool. Let's see.
I don't know if Ken and Nisha will. Well, I'm sure Ken will be on the low carb cruise, but I don't know if Nisha will be. Jerry.
She was planning on it originally.
Yep.
But
maybe they could drive to the port.
Yeah. Good.
Mimi's on.
Oh, Mimi,
What did Joe say?
Joe says that cardiologist was just an attendee the last Boca conference. I spoke to him quite a bit, and it's great to see him speak this year and come out with the book. Yeah, that's so awesome.
Yep, Nisha. Darn that autocorrect.
Oh, Dr. Philip Avadia.
Avadia.
Okay. Yeah. And his logo has a V down and then an A and then an A like this. So
Rosa
that's
dice
why I
saludos
remembered
desde
it.
Puerto Rico.
¿Cómo? Oh. Hi, Rosa.
Buenos dias.
Meg's here. Good morning, chilly here in East Idaho. Popping
Oh
up
yeah,
here
I
at
bet
work.
it would be.
I have salted caramel next to me this morning. You folks travel safe coming home.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Oh, Teresa says the whole egg powder worked in my bread.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Thank you for sharing that with me.
Betsy says PTSD makes as much sense as PSMF. I'm thinking
yeah.
that it just means less protein. Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard. Well, and it's so funny. I feel you, Betsy, because we were at this conference and it's doctors like crazy, right? And so they're saying these things like one of them was like FH, which was
familial hypercholesterolemia.
Oh, cholesterolemia, not hyperinsulinemia.
Yes.
And
Too much
then,
cholesterol.
So, but then he kept saying family history, and then he was saying family history of FH, and I'm like, is it family history? Is that what he's saying? No, it was not it. But I'm super glad that we went, and even though I don't understand a lot of it, I still, can learn little bits here and there, and I was reminded of things. And we actually saw Arthur Augustine Augustin, who was the one who found the cardiac calcium score and then made that a thing. So it's called the Augustin score. So anyway, he talked too, and he put up a bunch of like calcium scores and stuff, and he was talking about how there's beta cell dysfunction, and that was something that I hadn't really, I mean, I'm sure I've heard of it before, but it was like, bing, get into my brain this time. And so when you're insulin sensitive, or what was Canberry's word for it, hyperinsulinemic. Yeah. So then your blood sugar would rise, but it would take a while to go back down again. And so that's because of the beta cell dysfunction. I said something smart.
Good.
But it was nice for him to show that on the screen, and to see, like, he showed different Kraft scores, which I haven't learned very
now we know
much
how to
about.
learn the Kraft score.
Kraft scores, and all Kraft score is, you have to correct me if I'm wrong, is a fasting insulin like 5 hours apart, and then you just see where it peaks, and then how long it goes down, how long it takes for your insulin to come back down to where it was started.
Yep.
And so that's to tell how dysregulated your beta cells are.
Yeah, because
right?
a normal Kraft score, what you will eat. So at 0 hours, you'll eat, and there'll be low insulin, and then it goes up really quickly, and then it comes back down and resumes normal after like, what was it, 12 hours or something like that. Well, if you're on your way to type 2 diabetes, or you have type 2 diabetes, it will take a while. Like, your insulin won't go up very fast.
It won't spike right when you eat.
And then it'll go way up, and it'll keep going up, and it'll actually take like
2 or 3 hours.
Well, it's like 24 hours for it to come back down.
Well, because they could see it in the 5-hour test, right?
Yeah.
So it did start to come down, but it didn't ever actually get to the bottom where it was before within the 5 hours. And I thought that was really interesting, because with a healthy person, like, you eat and your sugars go up right away. And so just seeing that in his patient cases, which he showed quite a few patient cases, and they all were the same. And I'm like, okay, well, that makes sense. So it was really interesting for him to show those, and to show like the calcification that was growing, and to hear like you're not actually afraid of those big calcified places, because those are typically old plaque, but you're afraid of the new growth.
Yeah, new ones showing up.
And so that was something interesting to learn too. So we are lucky, and we got our coronary calcium score, our
Augustin, a couple of years
ago. Score, and we were both 0.
Yep.
So that was exciting. But yeah, it's fun to kind of put these pieces together, and to see, like, well, I've never done a Kraft test. Now I want to do a Kraft test.
As someone on a ketogenic diet, you would have to go off keto for a week
to do that. And I didn't even know that was a thing. So I'm like, well, do I want to do it that bad? Because I have enough other blood tests. Like, I don't really probably need to. But that was interesting.
Upside down garbage cans. Okay.
Yeah, but they have holes poked in them.
They do have holes
poked in them. Is it
so
that water doesn't go in the bottom?
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Hey, we're in a different area, aren't we?
We're entertained.
Linnea is here. What does Lady Smith says?
Oh, Lady Smith says, as much as the various small appliances for cooking are tempting, I'm avoiding new ones and figuring this out with what I've got. Just made perfect Keto Chow coffee with the wand. Yes. And you don't have to have all of the appliances. You don't have to have an air fryer. You don't have to have an Instapot. You can have a regular old crock pot and a stick blender, or you don't even have to have a blender. Like, I mean, you can do it with a shaker bottle. So I'm proud of you for working on figuring it out with what you got. Don't get in debt for something that's not important.
Oh, right. Betsy wants to know. So I just got the audiobook from the library, and Jim Dale is the guy who
he's the guy
narration.
Who does it.
I think he's the only one that does the narration.
He does such a great job.
Yeah.
He does like the voices and stuff.
Do 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 do.
Becky says, yeah, it makes you think that the roof is going to cave in. That's how it is during the summer. Oh,
we've been here in the summer, though.
Yeah. Well, and it was way more humid there then. In fact, it doesn't really feel humid, but I can tell like on my skin. So I didn't put lotion on. Like I put lotion on my face every day, but I can't put lotion on here or I'll be like slimy. And my hands are just so soft. In fact, I'm just kind of rubbing my fingernails, and it's nice not to have to put lotion on to do that. So yeah, it makes me happy.
Oh yeah, and Joe says, yep, Arthur also invented the South Beach diet.
Yeah, and he does have a new book out that's called the South Beach Diet Keto Friendly. So he's got like a more keto version.
Oh, okay.
So that was interesting too that he said that. Let's see. Oh, Rosa said, love to hear you early. Safe trip back, family. Blue Dove says, love the
Wheel
WOT
of Time series.
Oh, I actually really like that
actually
too.
to that.
I was reading back when RJ was still writing them. Oh, yeah. That's awesome.
Shauna wanted to know, where can I read about the Kraft? It's Kraft.
Yes.
And it was invented by a guy named, I think it was Joseph Kraft.
Mm-hmm.
There are probably lots of really good videos on YouTube about Kraft scores.
Yeah.
But if you search for Kraft insulin score, I suspect that you will find about that. I know the 2 Keto Dudes have talked about Kraft scores rather extensively.
Well, and I feel like it would be something that would be good to do before you start keto. But if you're already doing keto, and especially if you've seen your numbers improve, I don't really think
if you're already
doing
keto, it's not really necessary. But you can give it to people who you think might be type 2 diabetic, and you can tell that they're going to be type 2 diabetic years ahead of time.
Mm-hmm. Well, and one thing that Dr. Berry was saying in his talk was that if you want to know if someone is insulin sensitive or hyperinsulinemic, is to get their C-peptide, and you can do that without fasting. So
it's better if you do it when they're fasting.
Yeah, I'm sure it's always better to do it when you're fasting, but the C-peptide is connected to insulin, and so if your insulin is high, you have to take an insulin test fasted, but you don't have to take a C-peptide score.
And the C-peptide will show you that your pancreas is working or not. Mm-hmm. So if they've actually found some people that were told that they were type 1 diabetic, but their C-peptide score shows that no, they have a perfectly functional pancreas.
And so they're definitely producing
and so they
insulin.
stopped using insulin.
Yeah, but so they would have some of those misdiagnoses. Linnea says, I'm on day 4 of the 7-day challenge. I should have weaned off carbs at least a little bit before I started.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah. It's hard when you start. It's okay. We understand. I've always had a migraine for the last 3 days. I've had one. I'm definitely experiencing keto flu. I've had Dr. Berg's electrolyte powder, and I drink with apple cider vinegar and lemon juice, and I've been adding Keto Chow fasting drops for those added sodium. It really does help. Good.
Nice.
Yeah, just eat as much salt as you can. Like, you'll just feel so much better. Betsy says, way to go, Miriam. I love it when you explain it in a way that I can understand. And then Chris says, in a nerd way, and I love the combination.
Nerd way.
Yay.
Sega.
Joe was saying, I was also glad to hear that I do not have to be obsessed about lowering my calcium score, right?
Yep.
Just watching new growths and expect that the calcium score will go up slowly. Yeah, well, and you can watch, because what were they saying? It was between 12 and 15%. So as long as it stays like with that small of a growth, then you're doing really well. So that was really nice to hear too.
Shauna says, I have an air fryer.
Yeah. Becky says, Florida is a whole vibe.
Yep.
I
Kat
love
says
it.
it's
I love
another
it.
world.
Oh, 2 crazy ketos for your
Hi there, Joe. We're outside your house.
Almost, not quite.
We're across the street.
We're somewhere.
We parked in the shade.
We're somewhere close by. I don't really know where we are. Lady Smith says, here, avoid that debt, people. Your retirement will thank you later. Yes.
Yeah.
Plus, you'll feel good about yourself that you're making things the way that you could. There's something else that Doug Reynolds said. I can't remember. It was a military guy. I'm sure we've heard of him before, but I can't remember his name. But he was talking about this guy who said he made his bed every day.
Yes.
And so,
well, the first thing they learned in
the military,
basic training was to make your bed like perfect.
Yeah, make your bed and do a good job doing it, because then you've accomplished something already. You have got a task. you've accomplished something. You have that satisfaction that you have done something and you've done it right. And
no matter
it's
how
been awesome,
bad the day goes, you're coming home to a perfectly made bed.
And you come home and you're like, what? I made this bed. I got this.
Unless you're out on maneuvers and you don't come home.
Okay.
Until like 2 days later.
Well, yeah. Or don't come home. That sounded really sad.
Yes.
But anyway, I think that it was interesting, like, perspective to think, like, at the end of the conference, he kind of said that, and it's like, you know what? You can accomplish something every day, even if it's just as small as making your bed.
Yep.
And you can come home and you have that bed made, and you still have the satisfaction that I made this bed. And I never thought of, making a bed that way, like, that it would be like, okay, well, I'm satisfied. I did something. I wasn't completely useless. I didn't have that bad of a day because I made my bed, so I'm awesome, right?
Brandon says Jim Dale was the snake oil salesman on the original Pete's Dragon. Really?
What?
That's cool.
Totally.
Nancy wants to know, what's your favorite way to make tomato basil soup? I like to use it to make chaffles to use as pizza crust.
I like chaffles, and I just put the little toppings on. And I get the tiny pepperonis because they're so much cuter. And then I put those on, and I actually freeze those, and then my kids have them for lunches, for school lunches.
Yep.
Janie says, I need to find some of those Summit Onlines. Anybody watch anything from last year and can help me find it?
So a good place, I think it's dietdoctor.com and on ketomojo.com. They have some recordings from previous conferences that you can watch.
Yep. And then Low Carb USA does have stuff that you can watch. So if you subscribe to their channel, they'll put out stuff.
Yeah.
And then also...
well, for that matter, if you go on ketosaltlake.com,
yeah, we do.
You can watch the ones from the 2019 Keto Salt Lake and the ones from the 2021 Keto Salt Lake for free.
And we have it on the Keto Chow YouTube channel too.
It is on the Keto Chow YouTube channel. You're correct.
But what is it? Low Carb Down Under. Low Carb Down Under YouTube channel.
Yeah, that was Low Carb Denver. Yeah.
I know, but they have a lot of really good videos, and you don't have to pay anything to see those too. So those are really great. KS says, on day 7 of undetermined length fast, definitely relying on my Keto Chow electrolytes. Love the new dropper bottle. Oh, I love the dropper bottle too. It's
Karen
my favorite.
Says we're shady in the shade. Yep,
yeah,
we are.
We are in the shade. Becky says, Shauna, I need audiobooks. It's impossible for me to focus on books. I know, it's hard for me.
Shauna wants to know, Maitreya wants to know what our favorite mug cake is. I only ever made the chocolate one, and I thought that one was really good.
I'm trying to remember.
I tried to do it in a... not a donut maker.
We tried it in the
bun cake. Tried it in the bun cake maker.
And it didn't cook all the way. So I think the microwave is better. But I'm on that same. I still am in mom mode, and so if I make one thing for myself, there's no way I'm gonna have
4
it.
or 5. Yeah.
So I don't usually make them because I have to make 7. So I'm like, well, I might as well just throw them in the oven. And so I just make something else, which is fine. But it's really nice when you want to have like a little treat. And it's nice to have like a scoop of Keto Chow ice cream.
Adrienne says, I mix Keto Chow daily minerals with apple cider vinegar, a little stevia, glycerin, and cinnamon. So much easier to take that way.
Yes.
I like it mixed with lemon. Just some lemon.
Yeah, I do too. I like it mixed with lemon. I actually really like the taste of it by itself, just in plain water.
Yeah, it takes a while to get that. You have to. Your brain has to start identifying it as nutrients.
Your body has to decide it wants it.
Yep.
Yeah. Radical Egan said, thank goodness for these streams. I'm on a SharePoint migration call, and I think I would fall asleep if not for the extra conversation.
We actually, I sat next to a lady at dinner, this cute old lady who used to do a bunch of stuff with SharePoint, like way back in the day when it first came out. She's like, I'm retired, and I am so happy. It was really funny.
So cute. Nancy says, I want to make the tomato basil as soup. What do you recommend? I make chaffles the other day in the same maker, and you have stuck like crazy, would not come out.
Really?
Oh, wow.
You're using the Dash Mini ones? Because the Dash Mini maker...
Did you put cheese in there? Because the cheese has enough grease to usually hold it. Also, I found that if I try to take them out too early, then it sticks. Yeah. So that might be the case. And you can use like a little bit of avocado oil spray if you wanted to try that to help them not stick. But for the tomato basil soup, I just put any kind of meat in it. Just put a bunch of stuff in there Put broccoli, put, green beans, put ground beef, any kind of meat in there, and then it'll just be yummy. Something different. If you wanted to add tomato too, you can add tomato and make like a traditional tomato soup, because it's not overly tomato-ish, but it just depends on what your sensitivities are.
Dennis wants to know how to say "our father died" in Spanish. I would say "nuestro papá se murió," or "se murió nuestro papá."
Say it again.
He heard it.
I know, but one more time.
Se murió nuestro papá.
Thanks. Let's
Jeremy
see.
says good morning.
Hi, Jeremy. How are you? Audible is your friend with ADHD. Okay. Tanya's here. Hey, Bears. Will there be a
shell?
A schedule.
We need to finalize the speakers first.
we'll probably do that this week.
Yep.
Because we're real close.
Jeremy wants to know, do the reward points cover shipping too? Well, kind of. We don't charge for shipping anymore.
Yeah,
so
shipping is free.
There you
go. Free. Betsy says my stomach feels sick for a while after taking apple cider vinegar. Anyone else?
I don't use apple cider vinegar because I think it's disgusting.
I cook with it occasionally when I cook. So I actually used it quite a bit last week because we were doing the 7-day or the 14-day kickstart, and there were a couple of recipes that called for a little bit of vinegar.
Kay wants to know, do you think we'll ever sell the Daily Minerals in a dropper bottle? We do have it in the little bottle. That's.
No, I think they meant the dropper bottle.
It has a dropper on it.
No, the dropper that you put in and you squeeze it.
Oh, that one.
We don't have plans for it right now.
The problem with that one is that, okay, now I know what you mean. The problem with that one is it's 4 ounces, which means it's bigger than you can take on a plane. And what we were looking for with the Daily Minerals was a small bottle that you could take the dropper out of.
Yeah.
The dropping thing. And then fill it up and fill it up and fill it up and just take it with you. Because it's a pretty big serving size. The serving size is 1 tablespoon, which is 15 milliliters, which would be 15 droppers full. That's a lot of droppers.
Yeah.
So, let's see. What did Lanny say?
Lanny says, are there still flavors of the week?
So we're doing a highlighted flavor of the week because we now have the My Chow and the My Chow Surprise, which are actually better discounts than the flavor of the week was. We're not doing a flavor of the week anymore, but we are highlighting different flavors. But I have no idea what the flavor is this week. It probably says it on your calendar, but
I don't remember either.
But if you go to ketochow.xyz and you go to the top of the page, you'll find it. So I have no idea what it is.
We're just kind of talking about flavors. We're not really doing
It's Crazy Ketos points out that you can go on Amazon and purchase dropper bottles, and then you can just fill them up.
Yep.
Put whatever drops you want in them. That works extremely well.
You could get the electrolyte drops and then use it up and then just...
That's true.
Put a cute piece of tape on it that says Daily Minerals.
Kimberly wants to know, can you spell the name of the keto cardiologist you were talking about? It's...
Philip Ovada, O-V...
A-V-A, I think it's D-I-O.
Oh, yeah, Vado. Scroll up, because I know Joseph H.
Except
or
it
Joe
might have
H.
been on the YouTube.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Anyway. Let's see, what did Rihanna say? I'm using a kid's... Oh, medicine syringe
for Daily Minerals.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would work
exceptionally
exceptionally well.
Yeah.
In fact, a lot of times when I have to measure things, like to find out how much fits into different stuff, I actually have one of those syringes on my desk.
At work?
Yeah. Because it's perfect for measuring. Because
one of the big fat ones?
No, it's only about as big as my finger.
Oh, well,
it only goes up to 15 milliliters.
Yeah.
Which was exactly what I needed to measure. So, okay. Cool. Holly says it's cookies and cream is our highlighted flavor of this week.
The flavor we're thinking of this week.
All right. Well, we need to go give some stuff to Joe.
We're going to give it to their porch.
And then we're going to go and take a walk on the beach. So, hey, everybody, thanks for joining us. This was a bit longer than we normally do, right?
Yeah,
when we're in the car, like Dennis was saying. Yeah, and Sabrina says Brett Scher is another great cardiologist.
Yes.
And Nadir Ali, like Prince Ali, Fabulous He, Ali Ababwa.
I love Nadir. He's one of the nicest people on the planet.
But those are also good keto cardiologists. And Brett Scher hosts the Diet Doctor podcast.
And it's great.
It is.
So if you need a podcast to listen to,